Welcome to Blue Collar Billing, the program built by contractors for contractors to help simplify the way you manage your business. Today we're going to talk about project management. Run projects from start to finish with Blue Collar Billing. An easy to understand and use interface allows you to mark jobs in progress, track payments to vendors, payments to you from the clients, create uniquely identified deposit and progress invoices, add change orders, and more. The billing, estimating, and job accounting recaps are right on the page to allow you to quickly and easily see how the project is going so far. Let's start off by going into the job that we've been working in all our other videos. Okay, so we're in our job. We have, again, to recap, we have all of our information up here at the top, including our job notes. We have our proposal items. We've estimated this job to cost $1,623.85. We have attached our signed proposal, plans, notes from the client right to the job, so they're here for us. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to start this job. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark this job in progress. Okay, status has changed. The job status is now in progress. This is important because in other videos we will show you in the reports feature how to run reports so that you can pull up every job that's in progress, every job that's invoice due. You can run a report that shows every job that's been paid under a particular client. So at the end of a year or whatever time period you want to choose, you can see for that particular client how you do on their jobs and adjust your billing accordingly. But for now, we've put this job in progress and it's ready to go. So the first thing we're probably going to do is want to give the employees that are working into the field a job sheet. So when we print the job sheet, click this button here. It'll open up on a separate screen. And then you can print this sheet. It gives them all the details, the address, what the work is that we're doing, what materials they need to bring to the job. So that's pretty basic. If we close that. Now, as you can see, you could edit any of these items here and put particular notes. Okay, and as a whole, if you go into the materials page, any notes that you put into this box right here will also show up on the screen. Okay, hit save. Our notes are there. We go back. And now when we print our job sheet, now we have these additional notes here, our notes here. So this is important to put in as much information as you can or want to in those fields so that when your employees are out in the field working or if you're working out in the field yourself, there's no more guessing work. You can leave yourself little reminders or specific details to help the process go more smoothly. Okay, so now we've started this job. So let's talk about the job accounting and the payment screen. So let's work under the assumption that our customer is now giving us a deposit payment. So let's go into payments. So we set this job up as having two payments. So split up the job for us. We want a 50% deposit up front and 50% upon completion. Down here, we have it laid out for you just so you understand how it works in our system. Debit, if we put in a debit line item, that's money that the customer is going to owe us. A credit is money received from the customer, and payments are money paid to the vendors and or suppliers. So let's put in a credit. Title, you can put in something here. You can leave it blank. You have a drop-down menu here. Again, you can leave this blank, or you can put it in with put any information that you like. We received the check. We received the check for $811.92. Check number 101. Payable to. This payable to feature is customizable. Again, we went over that in settings. You can add to this list. You could also leave it blank. We'll say it was payable to us. And in here, you can put in any notes you want, maybe the check information, whatever the case may be. And hit add. And it updates, and now it's there for us. And if you look at our job accounting down here, we now have the job total, payments received, the outstanding invoice, and everything else so far, we've not spent any money on the job. So our gross profit and our net profit is still the job total. Okay, but now we're going to go out and actually do some work. So we go to Home Depot and we buy some material. That's going to be a payment, money paid to the vendors and suppliers. So a payment, and we spent $104.32. Check number, this line item could also be used for an invoice number. If you got an invoice from or a receipt number from Home Depot, you can put that in there. That. Okay, and now we see we're starting to have some payments down here, and it's affecting our gross profit, our overhead. In this job, we have it set as 30%, so it's taking 30% of our labor, material, and payments. So our 30% of our cost of goods sold is our overhead, and now what our net profit is. So let's put in a couple more payments here. Okay, and now say you don't have the vendor saved in here as somebody that you use. Again, that's what you can use the notes for, or the title field. So we'll say we went to Lowe's. And we'll do one more labor payment. Again, typically you're not putting all of these payments in on one day. You're putting it in as the job progresses. So the default date on the post date here is the day that you're entering in, but you can change that date obviously to fit your needs. Okay, so now we have another little recap, fuller recap here. So let's go back to the main job screen, because again, if you scroll down to the bottom, you kind of have everything you need here. These are the job totals, job estimates, how we built the job, and now our job accounting. So you can see we billed this amount, we received $811.92. There's our balance owed from the customer. That's how much we've actually spent on the job. Our gross profit, 30% overhead, our net profit, and our net profit percentage. So when we look at this job, we get a quick and easy recap of how we're actually doing, and now that we're finished, how we've actually performed. So now that we're done with the job, okay, we'll mark this job as invoice. So now in our system, this is marked as invoice due. So we know we're done working on the job, we're simply owed money, okay? And for invoicing, defaults to the job number and a -01, which is typically the first invoice you'd send out, which would be for the deposit invoice. So now say that the job is complete and we want to send the invoice for the balance due. You can go in, change this number, change it to anything you like. Typically we change it to 02. Hit update invoice ID, print your invoice, and you can see here at the top, has a unique invoice number, invoice date based off of when you hit the button for invoice due, and a nice professional invoice to go out to your customer. Shows the total balance, total payments received, and what is actually due to us. So that's how quickly and easily you can track the progress of your job, constantly see an update as to how you're actually doing on your job. And if you go into the payment screen, again, you could edit any of these items that you have to simply by clicking edit. If you make a mistake, obviously you can delete one out. But it's a very flexible system, but it's very efficient in keeping track of the jobs and your payments and your credits. So now it's time to just get paid by your customers. As always, if you have any questions, please click on the Help tab, submit a question, or contact us directly. Thank you.